It's 4 p.m. and I'm already in my pajamas. 4 p.m. on a Saturday, by the way. On a Saturday. Good morning, guys.
Hello, guys. Hello, guys.
Can we get GYG?
So happy.
You're a wizard, Harry. This is hair and makeup done. I'm vlogging. I literally am obsessed with pajamas, and I don't know why. I love getting nice pajamas, different pajamas. I actually saw these ones on TikTok. Not the best material, they're pretty comfy, but they are cute as. Like a little, you tie them up. I need to tie them up, but I can't tie them up with my arm. And then my mum got me these slippers, Peter Alexander slippers. They're so cute. See, the pants, the slippers just look so great. I love it. Let's give you a little update on my stupid shoulder. This is her. She, the queen. She's swollen. I mean, inflamed, chubby, what you want to say. Very. That's the position she's been sitting in. I try not to move it as much as I can because even that right now hurts it so bloody much. They cut into my shoulder here, here, and here, but they're like keyhole incisions, so they shouldn't leave too much of like bad scarring. But me being stupid with my foot, you can see my scar there. My scar, you can see I didn't put like sunscreen on it when I went to the beach and everything, and now it's like really dark, and it's like I get keloid scarring, which means like my scars like pop out of my skin and just look so much worse. And all the little keyholes on my foot are like black because I went in the sun and I didn't put sunscreen or I didn't cover them up. So I need to be really, really careful with this one. I even went to the beach today, lied down. I thought it would be like really relaxing. It wasn't that relaxing. I was on the beach. My boyfriend like made a mound so like I could sit upright, watch him surf. And then I took my like arm out of the sling because this thing gets so sweaty. Like it's gross, especially in the heat. I had it just lying there, and then I went, this is all I can do. We put a towel over my shoulder so that like the sun didn't touch it. And I was just like, I can't move. Because if I move, my shoulder hurts and I don't want to like move my shoulder too much. I was just there, just lying there like, this is uncomfortable. And then I was like, oh, I need to tan my back. I can't tan my back because I can't lie on my front because of my shoulder. I can only lie on my back like this. And that's how I've been sleeping every single night, on my back. It's been the worst. Like, oh my gosh. Like I have to like put like loads of pillows up, and I literally, even higher, I'm like this. Because I'm on pain meds, getting to sleep has been okay. I wake up, my watch tells me I wake up like 6 times in the night. I'll wake up and I'm literally like, rise. Oh my God, that hurt. Literally rise from the dead because the amount of pain that shoots through my shoulder wakes me up. It's like the pain meds wear off, or I'm sitting on my shoulder a little bit, or it's too high, or it's too low, or something. I literally shoot up and I'm just like, oh my God, this is the worst pain ever. And then I have to put a new ice pack on it because I had an ice pack on it, but it's melted, and I am worn out, I am tired, I am drained. This sucks, to be honest. You know, I was like, oh, surgery's not that bad. Like surgery's okay after all my foot surgeries and stuff. And then I had shoulder surgery. The amount of DMs I've had from you guys is incredible. Like everyone's saying that they've had shoulder surgery and giving me tips and like telling me that, yeah, it's really painful. The amount of people that are like, oh my gosh, like I'm having shoulder surgery soon, but I'm putting it off because like it's so bad. I was like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad. Like I feel like I have a pretty good pain tolerance and stuff, but it's not nice. It's uncomfortable, it's annoying, and it's shit. I can't do my hair with one hand. I can't. I had to get my mum to straighten it, and like I have to get my boyfriend to wash my hair. I have to get my boyfriend to wash me in the shower. Bit of PDA, guys, because it's really hard to not use your other hand. I have to get him to dress me. Like, I'm only just starting to like try and like dress myself. Like, I can't raise my arm at all. I can't cook. I can't clean. Exactly. I can't cook and I can't clean. I can't do anything. It sucks. But, you know, I need to think of the positives. And you do. You need to like pull the positives out of something like this. And now this is me being serious. That this is a time for me to have a break, to pass it over, to give it to someone else, and to stop worrying so much and to stop handling so much stuff myself. It's nice to be able to go, okay, someone else can do it for me. And it's everything to do with myself. Everything I need help with myself. I can just go, okay, someone else help me. And like, that's where I'm lucky enough to have a supportive family and to have a boyfriend and everyone that's helping me. I'm lucky enough that my boyfriend's a nurse, so like, I'm basically his patient, and he's on top about everything, which is good because I hide my pain a lot. Like, I pretend that it's not like painful. Like, I'll be in a lot of pain. Like today I had the worst headache. I felt so run down. I was just in so much pain, and I was just grumpy. And he knew I was in so much pain, and he was like, Desi, stop hiding it. You're in pain. You need to tell me you're in pain. I was like, yeah, I do. And then he said, have you drank any water? And I was like, drink your water, girls. Drink your water, eat your food. If you're feeling grumpy, make sure that you've had a meal or you drink your water, because I always forget. Especially now that I'm not doing any like exercise and stuff, my appetite has like gone right down. So I really need to stay on top of that. And this is me being like completely raw and completely real, because I feel like social media can be fake. A lot of people come out here and just say, oh yeah, I'm on top of everything. No, I'm not on top of everything. I'm raw, I'm real. Like, I suck at a lot of things at the moment. Like, I'm pretty, yeah, it's hard for me to get on top of things at the moment. But yeah, I want to tell you guys the raw, real me. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a sort of, I guess, podcast style thing. I want to get a microphone for this. Tell me if you want me to add in, because I'm thinking about doing 2 YouTubes coming up in the future. If you want me to do 2 YouTubes, let me know. And I reckon I'm going to do one of them is going to be like a podcast style thing, because I've always wanted to try and start a podcast. I don't know. And then I was going to have a microphone and do like a few little podcasty things. So I was like, I might as well do a little talking YouTube today, obviously, because I can't do much. I can't show you much because I'm not doing much. I'm literally being the laziest person ever. So let me know what you want me to do. I think I'm going to do podcast style thing and then just like a normal YouTube a week. See how we go with that. If we can up the subscribers, let's do it. But yeah, let's get into a bit of a Q&A thing. Let's get into the juicy stuff about me, because I haven't done one of these bloody Q&As in a long time. So let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Alrighty, let's get started, gang. Let me just get comfortable first. What are we doing first? So I put a little Q&A up on my Instagram literally not that long ago. So I'm just gonna see what everyone's asked me, and we're gonna go through it and like respond. Question number 1. As an athlete, do you find it that your mind is important while prepping? That confuses me, but I get it. Having a good mindset while prepping is massively important. Mind is literally everything. While you're prepping, while you're competing, while you're training, while you're doing everything, your mind sets everything. Your mind puts everything in place. Your mind puts everything back as well. If you have a good mindset going into something, you're going to do good. If you have a bad mindset going into something, you're not going to do good, okay? It's like I saw someone put something up recently. If you tell yourself you're going to have a good day, you're going to have a good day. If you tell yourself you're going to have a bad day, you're going to have a bad day. You've already put it in place. Your mind is like your biggest control of your life. Your mind is everything. And if your mindset isn't right, like nothing's going to be right. Nothing's going to go to plan. If you're training really well, you're doing everything really well, but there's just something missing and you just feel like your mindset's not there, you're not confident in yourself and everything like that, you need to get your mindset right before doing anything. And that's such a big tip. I know that my mindset through my training, through everything, has always been different. I've experienced a good mindset, I've experienced a bad mindset, I've experienced, you know, an average mindset. Through injuries, they're such a big thing. Like, that's where I've experienced those bad mindsets, and now when I get injured, my mindset is completely, like, it's so much stronger, it's so much bigger, it's so much better than what it used to be. I know when I used to get injured, I'd be really feel sorry for, like, I felt sorry for myself. I was down. I was like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is the world doing this to me? Why is this always happening to me? You know, that I have a lot of people in my comments always talking about how, like, you're always injured and everything like that. And it's like, oh yeah, I know, like, I can't you tell? Like, and I take care of myself. I take care of my body quite a lot. And it's just that unlucky factor that I have. And it might be from, I guess, my childhood of training and everything like that. It could be from that I've been so injured, long-term things, just like training overload, everything like that. But yeah, it's just bad luck at the end of the day. And it does happen. And sometimes it does happen to that person multiple times and it sucks. And that's, I guess, me. But I feel like my mindset has completely changed and has helped me through these injuries. When I first started, like, my mindset was very like, oh no, I'm injured, like, this is gonna take forever, it's ruined everything. I was down. The more I've learned, like, I guess that taught me to go, oh no, why am I so down? Why am I giving up? It made me hungry, because it was like, oh, like, I love training, I love competing, I love doing what I love, you know what I mean? And because I was sort of giving up, I was giving up who I was. And then, yeah, I decided to go, no, switch my mindset. I'm going to try. I don't care if I get injured. I'm going to come back. I'm going to try again. And even if I go down again, I'm going to get up and I'm going to try again. And that's what I do. I try as hard as I can, because I know at the end of the day, my biggest goal has always been to succeed in sport, or to be good at sport and represent Australia and everything like that. And I can't let one injury or one surgery or whatever get in my way. I've got to go, okay, that's part of my plan. I'm injured, I've had surgery, now let's rebuild and let's get better. And it's a different timeline. We all have different journeys, we all have different paths than everyone else. And that's one other thing, is to not look at anyone else's journey. Focus on yours. My coach always said, when I was racing, he always said, imagine there's two big walls beside you in your race and you can only focus on your own race. We all just have to focus on our own race. Pretend no one else is there. Who cares if someone's doing good at the moment, or if someone's doing bad, or this or that? You're here and that's where you are, and keep building from there, okay? Because everyone's lives are completely different, and you succeed at different points in lives. Stop focusing on everyone else. But yes, a mindset is a big thing, I would say. How do I balance my personal life with my intense training? Well, I feel like now, now that I can work at home and everything like that, all of my stuff is working from home. It's so much better. Like, I feel like when I was training and then I was going to like a 9-to-5 job and then I was training in the afternoon or whatever, it took up a lot of my time, and I lost a lot of friends, and I didn't have any connections. I was single. I didn't really build up relationships at all. As soon as I found that balance between like life and social life, work and social life was a big thing. And you need to try and include your social life into your work life, into your training life. You've got to include all those elements. You can't just train and work and have no social life. You need a balance. You need to have fun, and you need to find friends, and you need to build relationships. And as soon as I found that balance between it all, like, it can be a lot to juggle. And I know that my social battery runs out really quickly, and I'm like, I just want to go home and I want to like lay down and watch a movie and go to sleep, eat some popcorn. But find those, like, that small group of friends that really, like, you just know and can trust, and know that, like, when your social battery's down, they don't care. Like, I found that, and I do have a small circle, and I'm happy and I'm proud of it, and I love them all so much, and like, they all care about me so much. And you've got to find that, and I feel like I found that group of friends that really supports me with my training and my life. And I think that's such a big factor. You need people that support it and are always there and like are just by your side. And it's good having a good partner at the moment now too that just supports me through everything and is always by my side, and it's just so great. So yeah, I feel like you've got to balance it out. You've got to make time for everything, like be organized with everything, but don't overstress yourself. Like, oh, I've got to schedule in this with my friend, and then I've got to do work, and then I've got to go to training, and then I've got to go to sleep, and this and that. And like, make sure you do have a schedule, but make sure that it is relaxed, a relaxed schedule. Do not overstress yourself about life. Life is life, okay? Enjoy it. What did I learn about myself competing with the bobsled team? Okay, well, I learned that I could be a good mechanic. Well, I learned a lot of things, I guess. I learned that competing with people is enjoyable. Like, I feel like with a lot of sports, especially athletics, like, it's very hard to enjoy competing with your competitors because it's very individual. It's very like, I'm gonna beat you, or you're gonna lose, or scared about this and blah blah blah. Like, I feel like bobsled's such a great community that is just like, everyone wants to support you, everyone wants to help you, everyone wants to be a part of like your team. Nationals is on for athletics, and I don't want to miss it. My friends are all competing. Like, I learnt how to work in a team environment as well as an individual. It was a massive step up, I think, with sport. I think a lot of people don't realize how much is involved with bobsled. Like, it's completely different to every other sport. You think of F1, you think of, if you know F1, if you've seen it, the amount of people that are behind it, and obviously it's much bigger than bobsled, and it's more expensive, and it's cars and there's motors and stuff like that. But you think about that and you put it into a bobsled perspective, that we do the exact same things. We do all the mechanics on the bobsleds. We do all of the prepping for the bobsleds. We make them faster, we make them better, we do all of that, and we are working on the sleds 24/7 all the time. 90% of the work is working on the bobsleds, 10% of the work is working on ourselves. It's literally such a man-handling job. Like, it is so crazy. You're a mechanic over there. You're not just an athlete, but you're a mechanic, and it's like, what the hell? Like, I did not sign up for this. I think it really made me step up, made me grow up in a sense. I feel like I definitely got more mature over there and learnt a lot of things, and yeah, it was great. I learnt that I can hold back fear for something that I love, and something, you know, competing and everything like that. It's obviously a very scary sport. Jumping in a sled that's going like 130 kilometers an hour, and you have no idea what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to crash. You don't know if something's going to happen like terrible. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen, and you have to put all of your trust into someone else. And I think that's a big thing I learned. It's putting trust into somebody else. I feel like I'm such a person that likes to take control, likes to do things myself. It's very hard for me to put trust into someone else. It's very hard to let my walls down. And I had to put all my trust in my pilot because she was driving and I was literally just holding on in the back. And I trust her fully. Like, she's amazing. And I feel like that's something I built up being over there on the bobsled team, is a big trust thing. And yeah, like the whole like community of different countries getting together, helping each other out. Like, you could be stuck doing something or needing to flip the bobsled, and America comes over and helps you, or Switzerland comes over and helps you, and they're just so nice and they always want to help. Or you do a start and like one of the teams comes up, like say the Canadian team goes, okay, no, Desi, you should improve on this start, do this, do that to improve. And then they're always there to help you at the end and stuff like that. It's just so amazing. And it's so amazing to see all the different athletes that are there, that are trying to achieve their goals. And they've come from a lot of different backgrounds, just like me. They've come from athletics, they've come from baseball, they've come from basketball, they've come from football, they've come from every single different sport you could imagine. There's a lot of army that people there as well. Like, and yeah, it's just incredible. To meet the people there is just insane. So feel like I learnt a lot about myself in bobsled. I feel like, yeah, kind of put a lot of things into perspective and what I wanted out of life and stuff like that. And it's cost a lot of money, like a lot of money. Like we self-fund ourselves, and the seasons cost so much. A bobsled alone is like a car. It's like 70 grand, so $70,000. But that's a lot of the pilot takes all of those costs on. And yeah, I guess I'm paying all for the accommodation while I'm there, for the flights, for the uniform, for everything that we do there. And seasons could always cost over around $20,000. And for me, that was a massive shock. And it was a massive thing to put into perspective of like, do I want to be spending this much money on a sport that maybe I'll make the Olympics for, maybe I won't? Or do I not spend that money on that sport and put it into financially into my life and into a house and into just everything? And I've decided to go with the avenue of where my heart lies, and that is sport. And I want to achieve what I want to achieve. I hope that one day we can find a sponsor to help us with the costs, because at the moment it is costing quite a lot, and I'm being very vigilant with like the way I spend money now, because it's all focused on putting it towards my sport so I can succeed with that. Yeah, but hopefully there's a sponsor out there that can help us one day. But yes, I feel like bobsled has matured me a little bit, if you could say, in a sense, but it's exciting, and it's exciting to see what it could lead to. And yeah, I'm just so excited for the journey. What has the gym taught you? The gym has taught me a lot. Has taught me how to, I guess, achieve goals without competing against people. I feel like the gym has taught me to succeed in things, you know, without, you know, winning or beating someone else. It's kind of like your own little goals in the gym, and it really pushes you. And I feel like that's where you can find that motivation. I know I run off goals in life, and I can't do something unless it's like a goal or it's set there for me to do. Like, say, okay, like I want to get better at my squat, so then that was my focus. So I would like just build that up every week and build it and build it and build it until I was better at my squat. And that just made me feel so happy that, yeah, okay, now I've squatted like 140 kilos or whatever. What's the next thing? I think one time in the gym I was like, okay, how long can I do a ski erg for, and how many calories can I burn while I'm doing that ski erg? And it was like, okay, let's hit 5 minutes, let's hit 6 minutes, and like just trying to do stuff like that, get my cardio up. There's so many different ways and so many different things in the gym that you can learn and you can achieve and you can push towards, that is just so great. And like, yeah, I feel like the gym has taught me that there are goals outside of competition, which is cool. Even though it is competing with myself, it's nice little goals I can do to push myself, to make myself happy. Yeah, I don't know, the gym has taught me a lot of things. Like, the gym has taught me that you don't just go to the gym to look good. You don't go to the gym just to lose weight or to gain weight. You don't go to the gym just for that. You go to the gym for your head and for your mind space. And that's such a big thing, that like, I like to go to the gym because it makes me happy. It puts me in a place. It takes me away from life, and it takes me into another space that just makes me so happy and pushes me towards things and motivates me and gives me these endorphins, and it sets me up for the day. And I feel like a lot of people use gym for that sense, and it's great, and I love that. There's such good communities in gyms at the moment now too, and yeah. And it's taught me that it can be a job for myself. I love teaching other people how to train. I love giving people programs and showing people what to do and uplifting their lives is such a big thing. Yeah, and that's why gym taught me to make my own app and develop that and start doing programs, which I'm so happy and so grateful I can do. But yeah, gym's taught me quite a lot. How did I get into bobsledding and how old was I? I got into bobsledding when I was 21, I believe, turning 22. So it was like last year, at the start of last year. And I'd been poached like by all of like the Australian like girls quite a few times. They asked me numerous times if I'd come and try it out or if I'd do it. And then I put my name down on like the testing sheet, and I was like, oh, why not? Let's put my stats down. And once my stats were down, they're like, oh, Desi, come on, come and try it out. And obviously because I was a sprinter, I used to do athletics, and I was a very big sprinter compared to the other girls. I was very muscly compared to the other girls, that my body was developing so much, and it's just, I guess, my genetics and stuff like that, that I needed to go into a sport that was like, you know, rugby or like bobsledding. I tried rugby sevens, but I had to have surgery on my foot, which stopped me from doing that. And then I decided to jump in a bobsled and try it out. So I went to France with Sarah, who's my pilot. She invited me to go over for the week, and I went to France and Switzerland, and I jumped in a sled. I was absolutely freaking terrified. Literally the first 3 times, I was so terrified in the bobsled. And then I found out that it was actually amazing, and it was fun, and it was exhilarating, and it was just like the best time ever, that I was like, let's do it again, let's do it again, let's do it again. It's literally something you get in and you go, do I like it or I hate it? Like, I either love it or I hate it. And obviously I love it. A lot of people don't love it and they decide, no, this is not for me, and go home. But yeah, so that made me get into it, and I am here now still doing it. Do you ever get frustrated with injuries? Because that's how I'm feeling. So Jacob left that one there. Hell yeah, I get frustrated with injuries. I get frustrated every single time I get injured. It's hard not to be frustrated. I feel like you need to give yourself that. But you need to let it out. You need to be frustrated. You need to be sad. You need to be angry. You need to be all of that. And then you need to go, okay, this is life. This is what's happening, and I've got to deal with it. Because if you don't balls up and you don't take it by the horns or whatever, the reins, and just go, yeah, this is life. It's shit, but it's life. And let's go. Let's try and conquer it. Then, you know, you'll be stuck in that little rut. You'll be stuck in that frustration. And I have been stuck in that frustration. I've done that. I've done it time and time before. And I've learned that like injuries are actually a great learning curve. They're a great builder for yourself. Like, the amount of things that I learn and I become stronger at in my mind and in my body is incredible, and I would never take that back. And the avenues that it gives you as well, it might deter you from one avenue like it did with me. It deterred me from athletics. It deterred me from rugby sevens, because it was like, hell nah, like your body can't hold up with that. And then it led me into this little avenue that was like, why don't you go over to a winter country and do bobsled? What? Like, just things like that. Like, it just completely changes what you're doing, and it might lead you into something that you're gonna love, or something that you're gonna appreciate a lot, or you're gonna achieve a lot of things in. And yeah, it could be anything. So don't take injuries for granted. Like, they are not all negative. Like, it is life and it is pretty negative, but they're not all negative. Think of the positives that you're gonna get out of it, and that's how I continue on. I feel like, okay, like, it is life, but what am I going to learn out of this? How am I going to get stronger? And all of that. And, oh yeah, this is good because it's downtime for myself. I get to relax. I get to have a break. It's forced downtime. And then you go, okay, and then I'm going to go back on the wagon. I'm going to be so intense in my training, whatever, and achieve great things. So I feel like you need to look at it in that perspective, instead of just looking at it as a bad thing. But yeah, it is tough. And if you guys ever have any questions or anything, the door is always open. Please message me or comment anything. If Gymshark were to do an event in the United Kingdom this year, would you attend? I would love to attend. Maybe if I'm over in Europe, I'll attend. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Maybe in the future. Are you where you want to be in life currently? What would you like to change about it? I feel like I need to be happy with where I am at in life. I don't want to change anything. There's a few things that, yeah, I obviously want to try and change and achieve, and you obviously don't want to be stuck in the same place. I obviously want to get this better, get it fixed, get strong, become more competitive in bobsleigh, and hopefully make the Olympics is one thing. I would like to hopefully move into a new home or something like that. That's something that I want to do. I want to kind of step up in life, I guess. Yeah, there's a few things that like I would change, but I feel like those changes will come in time, and I can't force them to be here now, and I can force them to come later. Yeah, they will come in time. So I feel like we should stop being stuck on what we want to change about ourselves and what we want to change about our lives right now. But what can we change, and what can we do, and what can we achieve? Everyone's asking about my core app. So what made me start core, and is your core program for men also? I started core because I've always like I think it started with my social media following. So I was doing coaching in person and I absolutely thrived and loved it, and their feedback was great. I loved helping other people. And then, yeah, I guess when I started growing a social media following, people were asking me to do programs and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, how am I going to do this for all these people? Like, what can I do to support everyone and to build a community? And I went, why don't I start like an app or start a training program or whatever? And yeah, that kind of got me thinking. And then when it was going in place, when I found app developers and started getting Core going, the name Core obviously represented myself, but represented like your core. Core to me, the name Core is not just like, you know, your stomach, your abdomen, your abs. That's the picture. That's what it wants you to look at. But core is like, who are you? And like, what's your core? What's your drive? Like, what is your core? And that's why I wanted to start Core, is sort of like, who are you? And like, what do you want to achieve? And stuff like that. And that's sort of the representation I want. It's not just like ab exercise and stuff like that, but it's full programs. And it is made for men. It is made for women. I'm actually developing a new male program coming out soon. So I'll update you when that comes out. A challenge is coming out, and also a Train Like Me program is coming out. So very exciting. Lots of different things. I've kind of leaked that a little bit, but I'll tell it to you guys because you're watching my YouTube. But yeah, it's really exciting. The hybrid program is probably a great male program. If you're wanting to start like sort of beginner in the gym, there's a real beginner one, which is the beginner in the gym. And then the tone program is an absolutely great program. I've had lots of good feedback on that. People love it. So that's a really good one as well to ease you into the gym and not go all the way over the top with like a lot of gym. The hybrid training program is a more intense training program. I feel like males will love that a lot more. But yeah, that's sort of why I started it and stuff. I've got two more. What were your biggest gym mistakes in the beginning, like bad forms, etc.? I feel like my biggest gym mistakes was getting over eager in the gym and going, oh, I can do whatever. Like, I can do this, I can do that. And yeah, bad form, bad technique, too fast in the gym. Like, I was doing exercises way too fast. I was building the weight up too fast because I was like, yeah, I'm strong, I can lift this. Yeah, I feel like just like being too fast to develop in the gym, it sets you back. So really take your time, be gentle with yourself, and don't overdo it, okay? If you're starting in the gym, don't overdo it. And it is something that if you do too much, like, it can deter you from the gym because it's like, oh, like, I'm so sore, or I've done way too much, this is too hard. That's a big thing, that's a big mistake, is to just go too fast in the gym. So yeah, that's one of my big tips. To just take your time in the gym, and you don't have to go every day. Go every second day, go 3 times a week, whatever. You do not have to go every day to see results or see progress, okay? Sometimes you can overdo it. And what are your goals post-surgery? This is my last question. Post-surgery, hopefully I can get this all fixed, obviously post-surgery, and then I can build that up. My goal is to go back overseas at the end of the year for bobsleigh, and hopefully we'll be doing some American Cup. So I'll be over in America, guys. I know a lot of you have been asking me to go to America, so that'd be really cool. So if you're in America, I might be coming over. I'll be going to probably Canada first, and then maybe over to America, not too sure. Over in Europe as well again, and then hopefully world champs, and we do some world cups, and we get a good ranking. That's the biggest goal, is to try and get a good ranking. I want to get way better at my push. I want to get like a good push coach to teach me how to do a really good bobsleigh push. Yeah, and just get really fit and I want to get fast, because obviously that's something that I've been missing, is my speed, because I haven't been able to sprint or anything since my foot injury. So I want to be able to get fast again. That's a massive goal of mine. And then yeah, hopefully get a good ranking for the next year. And then next year is like qualifying for like Olympics 2025, because 2026 is Milan and Cortina Olympics. So that's going to be a big year. So I just want to be completely healthy this year, get my body all right for next year, because next year is going to be the big year. Yeah. But anyway, I'm literally going to do my face routine, and I'm going to put on this new mask that I've got. So good. It's a red light mask that like lights up, ready? Put it on your face, and then it just helps firm, produce collagen in your face, whatever. It does all that stuff. So I'm gonna do that for like 10 minutes, and it's like nearly 5 p.m. So I'm gonna go watch the rest of these races at Nationals on TV. Hopefully I didn't miss any of my friends racing. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for my Saturday night. Have dinner, maybe have some ice cream. Good night. All right. I love you guys, and I hope you have the best weekend, best week, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thank you so much for the love and support. I love you. I'll see you next time.